Welcome back to Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I'm talking about the transform element, TE-01, OP leader, and all I can say about it is surprise, surprise, surprise. I was surprised when I took it out of the box, and I'm still surprised right now about this item. Speaking of the box, let's look at the box. It's kind of a reflection to it with a reflective paint. I like that. It's interesting too how this company just came out of nowhere and is with a great release, and I like also how the artwork just moves over to this corner there. You can see the end of the gun on the side of the box. That's cool. That is cool stuff. All right, so the back, Magic Squares in this one. Obviously, I'm going to compare this to Magic Square. I'm going to compare it to MP10, and you're going to want to see all that stuff. But also the boxes, they both have great looking boxes. Magic Square is almost a G1 representation, and then the Transform element is its own thing with a bit of a flair to the G1 in a way. I like to talk about this styrofoam, and it comes in a styrofoam insert, and I like that. I love styrofoam. For me, I'm not gonna be throwing these boxes away. I'm gonna be saving them for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to have a box video coming out soon about how I'm displaying my boxes. I came up with a pretty unique way to display them and get enjoyment out of them, but find them easily. Hopefully, other people can follow suit and be great. This is the booklet, and the booklet is interesting. This is something I didn't really realize. And I know some other companies do similar things like this, but where the transformation at what's getting transformed is in a different color. And to the point that it almost looks, if you look at it, it almost looks like a prototype sections. I thought it was kind of weird, but I'm going to show you. This thing has 58 steps. So that means that's a very simple transformation, right? 58 steps. Yeah. Okay, let's get into accessories. Actually, the accessories are pretty cool. He's got a trailer hitch, which helps the legs stay clean in robot mode so that you just clip it on, which works. You also have a gun. Now, this gun is pretty awesome. Here's why. It lights up, and batteries are included. Now, come on, man. All these other companies charge you $500 for a combiner like Zeta. I love Zeta, but they don't include the batteries. And not only that, but they use batteries that are so uncommon that you have to order them off of the internet and wait a month for them to come in. So I'm still waiting on my Zeta batteries to come in, the right ones. Next, you have this Energy Axe, which the same old stuff with all of them. Everyone's got to have an Energy Axe. And it just pegs on there. When you flip the peg stayed on. Well, this peg clips on to the arm. Well, anyway, that's how it works, and it works good. It does the job. It looks good. And there it is. It actually comes with this piece in here, and you clip it on his hand, and it just slides out too easy. But anyway, it's a good Energy Axe. It works. It gets the job done. Let's move on. Okay, so here he is holding his gun next to Magic Square. Well, let's get priming this too. And so looks good. I'm going to start getting into some articulation and some of the points about it. But just looking at the overall aesthetic, you're getting to see what he looks like next to his competitors or what else is out there. I have to admit, I think he looks good. I do think he looks good. And before I get into articulation, just the overall aesthetic of this guy. If you look, the lower legs are my biggest problem with MP10. And I think both Magic Square and Transform Element did a great job with it. Then past that, my biggest problem with this guy is just how thick the pelvis is. And it's not that it's like that this is long, it's that it's wide and it just sticks out so much. But kind of in a way, because the thighs are so thin, and that's for the transformation, of course, but the thighs are so thin, that's why they did that. That's why it just kind of looks a little bit off. But aside from that, everything else on this guy looks great. He looks fantastic. He cleans up in the back really well. And there is the Magic Square one. And the level of paint Now, I thought the thing was going to be like 100% painted. Like this dude here is chromed out 100%. And I thought he was going to be 100% painted. We'll get to that here in a second. Okay, so let's look at this articulation. Starting at the top, you've got the head, and it goes up, not down much. And it doesn't even, you can't lift it up anymore. But that's all I need. I'm good. The little ears move, which is cool. And then shoulder articulation. You get everything you need, I think, in the shoulder. And then your arm goes out a bit. It's a little wonky. You don't get a 90 degree, it's not on a double joint, but it comes up so much that this is the best single joint I've seen in a while. You could fake it till you make it in a way, but there's a lot of different poses on that. You don't get the adjustable stacks. Like you get adjustable stacks with Magic Square. And oddly enough, these are painted silver, not chrome. I like the chrome. I like chrome. I'm sorry. I do like chrome. But yeah, this is a pretty good articulation on the arm. So I could get the pose that I like with the gun. And I never actually pose it that high up. I actually have it, you know, a little more something like this. And you could get all these dynamic poses with the upper body. Now getting into the lower body, I feel a little bit limited in a way because of this back piece, but I never really go that extreme. I'm not that extreme with mine. You can get the almost full splits there. And I'm thankful, I'm glad about a couple things. I'm happy that they didn't make these translucent. I don't know why, but on this particular figure, the fact that they're painted, they look better than translucent. That, and then they had the like a white rim around this, or white or black, I don't know. White rim around this, that looked goofy. That's not there anymore. So they fixed that. So anyway, I do like, it's got a ratchet, but it doesn't click. It's not like this ratchet. But look at that leg. That goes way back there. And then the knee, a lot of them have been doing the articulation. This is just right on the knee. But then the knee joint is integrated in there. So it looks pretty good. Now, I think it's got an ankle tilt, but it's there it is. There's the ankle tilt. And it's the full foot. There it is. I had to mess with it a little bit. I guess I had to break it loose because you see that metal piece, which is an eyesore. I wish they would have painted that, but it would have rubbed off anyway. That is really how you get the ankle tilt in there. So let's see if we can do the Iron Man superhero pose. I'm gonna classify it as sort of. That's as good as I can get it. The Iron Man Superman pose, or superhero pose, and which is kind of really a good display of the articulation that you get out of this guy. So he feels really solid, and so let's weigh this bad boy. Transform elements coming in. Yep, you see him with his big old white pelvis there. That's transform element. 1 pound and 4 ounces. It's 20 ounces. That's solid. Let's put Magic Square on there. So Magic Square's 14 ounces, 6 ounces lighter. And I'm not saying that weight equals quality. And I'm not knocking a lighter figure. And then I know it's a KO, but it's 1-to-1, about the same as Magic Square. And that is a solid heavy figure. So I got this guy from TF Source, and I ordered it like 10 days after my Silver Arrow. And I'm sad to say that I don't have my Silver Arrow yet. And I think it got lost in the mail. So I'm going to have to get on that. But I think it's really solid. It's a surprise. I'm happy about it. I really like this guy. He's going to be the center of my display for a while. And let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. And here he is with in a display with a whole bunch of other troops to lead. Looks really good. I like him. So let me know what you think about this guy. Did you already get Magic Square? Who all of y'all pre-ordered this? I paid $102 out the door at TF Direct, but it took me, well, actually, I think I'm one of the first people I know to get it. So I'm pretty pleased with that, which oddly enough, I still don't have a Silver Arrow. I'm the last one in the world to get that. But this guy's also, I think right now it's selling for like 130 at the other U.S. retailers. So, and prices go up on these things fast, especially when they see how fast they sell. This guy's going to sell out. And what's my recommendation? My recommendation is still MP44, but through Amazon Japan for 307, not 450 or whatever. And this guy for like around $100 to 130 is definitely worth the money. And if you decide to not spend $400 or $300 on MP44 and just have this guy, he'd work. Magic Square would work too. And my last prediction is that Magic Square is going to sell out. This guy's going to sell out. But then Magic Square is going to come out with a reissue, and hopefully they have some paint on it, and hopefully a little bit of die cast. But Tidarium Hanger out.